So, little retrospect video here. Had a lot of soul searching. I've had a lot of thinking going on this week with everything. It's been interesting. I certainly got emotional. There are a lot of people out there that feel like my defense of my product was childish, inappropriate, non-business-like, all that kind of stuff. Perhaps. And yet, as I am thinking about it here and driving home in traffic from work, thinking about both sides of things, there's no doubt that the video that was done had mistakes. There were errors, gross misinformation. Okay. Let's not shove that under the rug. Recognize it. I think that's important. And with that being said, and recognize, should I not be defensive of my integrity, my position, my business? I mean, is that not logical to step up and say, now, wait a minute, that's wrong. It's misinformation. It's incorrect. It was done in poor taste. I mean, is that not okay for me to be defensive of my position? I don't know. We're all human. We're all human, and I guess that's really what has stuck in my head a lot today as I've been emailing and continuing discussion, is we're all human. We all make mistakes, and sure, we can all react better and different. That's part of life. We grow, we learn, we get better. ViperSharp is not where I want it to be, for sure. I think I've done a great job with the design. It works as intended. This is something that I came up with completely on my own, with no background whatsoever in manufacturing, to improve on what I saw out there. And I think I did a good job at it. Now, can it be improved still? Absolutely. You bet. No doubt about it. Does it need diamond abrasives? Absolutely. It needs diamond abrasives. Yes, it does. And I'm working to get that, but that's something that requires funds. That requires a lot of funding. And so far, I have put over $80,000-$90,000 into the ViperSharp and getting where I am now, and I've pulled nothing from it. Nothing. Zero. And I don't intend to pull anything from it for quite some time, because the business is still growing. It's very new, it's very young, and it's going to take some time before I'll be able to make a profit out of this endeavor. Hopefully someday I will. I'm confident that someday I will. And it may not be too far off, but there's a lot of haters out there. A lot of people who have never put themselves out, have never attempted to run their own business, who have never attempted to create their own product and market the product. Not just, hey, I'm going to make something in my garage that can get the job done, but manufacture it, communicate with manufacturers, find the manufacturers, raise the funds, do the marketing, promote the product, and successfully launch and sell the product. Very few of you viewing this have probably ever done that. I mean, let's be honest, that much. It's easy to hate when you haven't done anything to put yourself out there and run your own business. I mean, there's a lot to it. It's stressful, it's hard work, and when you still depend on a job for income, it's a lot harder. There's a lot of stress that goes into it. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the the fact that I understand ViperSharp needs some improvements, but the improvements are not in the system itself. It's not in the jig. It's not in the design. The only thing I need is the most expensive abrasives. That's all. With another $8,000 to $10,000, I can do that. And then we can have everybody can enjoy the system. So I'll keep working at it. Those steps are in the works as we speak. They have been for weeks, months really. I've been in touch with top manufacturers all over the world who provide these abrasives. The abrasives that I have currently are made by top manufacturers in the country who provide the same abrasives for other systems. I think it's it's a sad thing to get a black eye because somebody puts out an opinion piece that should have been done different. But there's one truth in life, and that is you can't take it back. There's no going back. Once you say something, the words are out there. Once you do something, the action has happened. And whether it's me or anybody else, will be judged for it. All of you are showing that very clearly. Very clearly. It will not be forgotten. Right or wrong doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it was correct, whether it was correct information. It doesn't matter whether it was done well or done poorly. It doesn't matter. It's there, it's done, and there's no taking it back. And what the majority of, I think the majority of the world, the majority of people don't think about, they don't think before acting or talking or saying or doing what they what they do. They just do it. And I think we need to think more often. I know I do. I need to think before reacting. I actually did think a lot over the weekend. My reaction would have been a lot harsher had I done it on Saturday. But had I the opportunity to do it today, having all the experience of what has happened, it'd be a lot different. You'd be a lot calmer. But that's hindsight. That's introspect, right? That's it's too late. It's too late to change that. So, I'll move forward. I'll continue to work and strive to make the best system I can make. I will continue to work on the goals that I have always had from the beginning, to make a good product made in the USA and provide the best solution that I can for those who want it. And I'll continue to work on that. I'll continue to look at everything that I need to improve. There are definitely changes that have come up over this weekend and this week, where I can make adjustments and I can make things better than it is. Change the handle, get the diamond stones. Those are things I'll work on. And, those who want it can benefit from it. The pricing, guys, I wish I could offer this system at $50. I really do. I wish I could do a $50 to $60 system. In fact, that was my goal when I first started this, and I took it into a machine shop and I showed them what my designs and I showed them what I wanted to do, and they laughed at me. They laughed. They're like, no way. No, there's no way. Just these few parts that you're talking about, just the machining alone on that is $20 to $30. And that was before I refined the system. And that's what I've come to find out. It's been an eye-opener to actually get involved with this manufacturing and to understand what is involved, what it takes, all the different parts and pieces and players in there, and who needs to be paid. There's so many pieces to it, and it's expensive, and it's complicated, and it's difficult. And those expenses and those costs are there even way before my work, my effort, my gas, my wear and tear on my vehicle, my time. It's all of the design work, everything that's there. Unless you attempt something like this, you have no idea. Hundreds of hours, literally hundreds of hours have gone into this, and I'm still putting hours and hours and hours in every week to try and improve this and make it better. So I hope you recognize that. I hope you realize that I'm doing the best I can to truly make a product come to fruition. I've never done it before. I have never worked in manufacturing before. I've never designed before. I taught myself how to do 3D design. Before this, I didn't know anything about that. Had no clue how to use a 3D printer or create my own 3D models, and that's something I've had to learn along the way. I have those skills. That's great. I'm grateful for it. I've been through a lot of challenges and trials with this, and I'm grateful for them. And I'm grateful for this one, and I know that that great things will come, and things will improve as time goes on. I just think we all need to think. We all need to think a little bit before we say and do the things we do. So I'll work on that. Till next time. Thanks for watching.